Testing, 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 testing. Alright, look like we moving. Look like everything working. Think we finna get started here. Give me 1 second. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Let's get started. We ain't gonna make it wait too much longer. What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Keith back with another stock market analysis video. We are jumping into this week, the last couple days of September and the start of October. We got September 29th through October 3rd. We're gonna do our stock market analysis. And yeah, let's go ahead and have a good week, man. We had a nice week last week. Pretty much I think last week I don't even think we took no, we did take some, we took super small losses, but definitely was a nice profitable week. Um, so let's continue into this week, y'all. Now, let's first go over the economic calendar. First thing first, Monday, September 29th. Pretty much we don't got nothing too big, too impactful right now. Based on this economic calendar, Monday really look like a normal day or so. So other than it being the first of the week, that's the only. I mean, the first day of the week. That might be the only push of the volatility if the market is trying to go somewhere by the end of the month. As y'all know, we closing out September. We only got Monday and Tuesday, so if the market is trying to go to a certain spot before monthly candle close, we might see a little bit more volatility than the normal slow Monday that don't have news. Uh, Tuesday. Now, Tuesday, September 30th, we have at 8:45 PMI. 9 a.m. we have consumer confidence. Also at 9 a.m. we have JOLTS. So Tuesday is kind of where we start getting that news, that volatility. 8:45 and 9, we should expect some movement, some price movement. I honestly can say last week though, when we was having them 3-star news coming out, honestly, most of the time last week we didn't really even move too crazy when the news came out, which I was shocked. Um, a lot of the movement was happening before the news and um, a little bit after, but mostly before the news even dropped last week. But I expect it to be normal. So at 8:45, 9, I expect our movement on Tuesday. So Tuesday is a decent day. We should see movement, and also it's the last day of the month for September. So I'm expecting volatility for Tuesday for sure. All right. Wednesday, October 1st, first of the month. Uh, at 7:15 we got non-farm. 8:45 we have PMI. 9 a.m. we have PMI, and 9:30 we have crude oil. Um, Honestly, I think Wednesday look like the heaviest day so far. Um, but like I said, Tuesday could be real volatile just because it's the last day of the month. But Wednesday, based on just economic news, Wednesday look a little bit more heavier um than Tuesday. It's a lot more spread out. The news a lot more spread out because we got 7:15 and 9:30 and 9 a.m. So and 8:45. Um, but it looked nice though. We should see some volatility. So I'm expecting volatility Tuesday and Wednesday for sure. Thursday, October 2nd, we have jobless claims at 7:30. Um, that can give us a nice spike, either up or down. But it's only 7:30, so Thursday should be after that news drop, it should be a pretty chill day on Thursday. Um, nothing too bad. Then Friday, we have um average hourly earnings at 7:30. I'm not sure how that affects the market, but it says it's 3 star, so we're gonna go with that. Non-farm payroll, definitely important. At 7:30. Unemployment rate at 7:30. PMI at 8:45. Also PMI at 9 a.m. So Friday pretty packed. In the morning. Friday pretty nice in the morning. When it comes to volatility, I say personally, I say Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, the main 3 watches. Mostly, only reason I got Tuesday included just because it's the last day of September. I'm kind of expecting some volatility to come through, especially Monday and Tuesday. But just economic news Wednesday and Friday is the biggest days. Uh, but yeah, that's our economic calendar. Let's jump into the earnings for this week. Let's jump into the earnings for this week. Let me see. I got a screenshot. Give me 1 second. Set the screenshot over here. Up. Exit that out. Come on, exit that tab out. And where did my screenshot go? Alright. Okay. Let this load up real quick. Alright. For the economic calendar this week, as y'all can see, not too much going on. We do got some decent names, but nothing too much going on. Monday, before the market, pre-market, we got Carnival. Is that's I'm thinking of Shoe Carnival, y'all. So honestly, Carnival, I'm not sure who that is. I was thinking of Shoe Carnival. Aftermarket, we have not too familiar with any of those names. Nothing crazy. Tuesday, we got pre-market. Really nothing that I'm familiar with either. Only thing I see Tuesday is Nike. Aftermarket. Wednesday, pretty much nothing again. Don't really got nothing pre-market that I know too much of. Aftermarket is no earnings. Pre-market Thursday, really unknown again. It's like the same thing. Unknown again. Aftermarket, no news, and then Friday, no earnings at all. All right. So, not really looking for nothing too crazy this week. I might check out Nike, but other than that, not really looking to play any earnings. Um, yeah. Let's go ahead and jump into these charts, man. So that's what we got going on this week. So let's see these earnings. Let's see these charts. My bad. I'm saying earnings. First thing first, let's go to the daily. Go to the daily. Let's remove all drawings. Actually, we're gonna go to the monthly because we're finna close this month. All right. First thing first, we're on SPY. SPY monthly. We're looking at the overall market for SPY. Of course, we are what? In an uptrend. Like we've been saying, hey, we made a lower low. We just made a higher high. We need a higher low to confirm this uptrend. Like, just let us know we truly in the uptrend again. Because right now, we got a lower low, higher high that's not uptrend or downtrend. It's indecisive. We can be ranging in between the 670s and the 480s if we don't get no base established, either a higher high or a lower high, in order to form some type of structure. Currently on the monthly, we already did our job for the monthly, which was to what? Since we closed green, we were supposed to what? Come retest these highs. We already did it. We came and retest these highs. It's looking like so far close above. his previous month high. Looks like that so far. And if we do close above, then what's our next goal for the next month? To come retest these highs of our monthly candle. All right. So currently it looking like we're going to close green. We never know. We got 2 days. We never know what the market could do. So be on the lookout for that. But right now it's looking like we're still pretty bullish on the monthly. Weekly. Jumping into the weekly. We do have structure on the weekly. We got higher high, higher low, higher high. This potentially could be a higher low because we got our red candle. If we come take this high of 667.34, then it'll confirm this low, and that'll be a higher low. And if we can close past it on that week, then the week that we take the high, we should continue going higher. Okay. If not, um, if we're not looking to flip green and the market wants to continue to come down, we can possibly see it coming down to this fair value gap at 652.49 and 650.41. We can be looking for a bounce there, or the market could come all the way down and try to make a lower low to start showing us downtrend. All right. But currently, the last week counter was red, so it's telling us the market is looking for a low. We're not ready to really fully be back in the uptrend until we take this high. Okay. Daily, daily, daily. Then I know this is where we mark up. Okay. For the daily, we have higher high, potentially higher low if we can come on push up and come to the highs. Right now, the last two candles we had was green. This is telling us the market is looking for a high, either gonna be a higher high, lead us to these higher highs to continue the uptrend, or it can be a lower high and drop down and make this lower low if it comes below 652. Okay, so let's mark up our targets. Our target is what? These highs. We looking to take the highs. All right. So our first target is 657.34. So we're staying bullish until we see some lower lows come. So we're still bullish. The level we don't want to get beat is this low. This is our solidified level at 652.49. Okay. Now we know our trade must happen within between 667.34 and 652.49. What are we looking for now? We're looking for any fair value gaps for the market to be bouncing off of to continue to go higher, which we see one right here. And we're looking for any regular gaps, which we see one right here. Okay. And we also see this one right here. So we got 3 gaps. We got a fair value gap, regular gap, regular gap. Those are all the gaps that we have on the daily. As we looking right now, the market is what? Rejecting off of this daily fair value gap and off of this daily daily regular gap. We got our green closures passed. The market is pushing up. Based on this daily, if you want to enter only off this daily, your true entry was supposed to be down here at this fair value gap when you see market structure shift. Right now we're starting to push up. You could, if you got, the room to have your stop loss that big, could get in off of this green candle and have your stop loss set at the bottom of this low of 654.41. So if you like a swing trader, if you swinging, then yeah, you can be looking to, if you want to jump in alone, you can. If you're a swing trader and have your stop loss right below this green candle wick at 654.41. Other than that, if you're a day trader, currently right now it's not no entry. You need to see you some type of pullback, then you can get in. You don't really want to just jump straight in because that's a B plus trade. Yes, it is green. Yes, it is telling us, hey, this potentially can be our new higher low if we come up to this higher high. But you at the risk because it can be what? A lower high. If the market gives us a red candle, it can come down, take this low, and what? Make a lower high. So you gotta be careful if you want to jump straight in and take that beat trade. Be careful. Like I said, if you swing trading, you got a little bit more of a leeway because okay, you buying a contract probably a month out, so you can afford if it takes its time, or say if it do come down here and you get stopped out, it's not gonna kill your contract too much. But if you're a day trader, we kind of want to see some. It don't have to be on the daily. We can just look on like a 1 hour, look for some type of slight pullback, then take it up to them highs. But currently, like I said, your best entry was getting down here at this last fair value that we had right before our solidified level, um, which we end up getting into last week. Y'all know I did my review on Friday night at 11. I think it was 11 p.m. when we did that stream. And I told y'all I had caught them loans all the way down here. Um, so like I said, this was really your entry, but right now it might just keep pushing straight up to the highs. You might not see another red daily candle until we take these highs. Um, but like I said, right now we're still bullish. We're looking for this to be the new higher low. Um, we targeting them high 667. Um, yeah, and like we said with the economic calendar, Monday not really too much news, but we are closing on the end of the month, so you will expect some volatility, y'all. We close to the end of that month. The monthlies will like to, you know, to go in the right direction it's supposed to. If it's supposed to close past the previous month high, it's gonna try to push up. If it's supposed to close below, it's gonna push down real quick. So expect that volatility, but we're still bullish. We're still bullish on this until we see some red come in. But I'm not expecting no red to come in until we take these highs. I'm not expecting no red daily until we take these highs. Unless, like I said, unless the market is ready to go ahead and reverse. Because soon I see a red without taking that high, I am expecting these lows to potentially get taken out. And if this low get taken out, I am expecting this next low to get taken out. We might see a huge dump. If we see this market structure shift right here. All right. So that is SPY. And like we said, also remember that weekly we said this weekly we got our first red, right? Got our first red. We had a higher high. This is our first red. If, like I said, if we end up pushing up and going straight up to them highs and taking that high, what will that do? That'll make a higher high. That'll make this a new higher low. So the market should not go below this low. If we close above on that weekly, we should continue to keep going higher. Okay. So that's why you gotta be on the lookout. Because we take these highs, especially if that like Friday come and it look like we finna close past these highs, that next week I am expecting us to shoot up pretty nice. Okay. All right, let's go to ES. Or should I drop down? I don't know if I'm gonna drop. Let me see. Cause other than like I said with the daily, it's kind of already. It should just be going straight up to the highs. We're not expecting a red candle coming, but if y'all want me to, I can go to the hourly and look for a potential entry for y'all. On the hourly, potential entry to go long. We just took these highs. We got our first. That was the first close pass right here. It's the first close past that high. I would say since it's already green and we close past, we got two candles close past this previous high over here. I'll wait until we push up a little bit more. Once we get our first red candle and we see structure like structure starting to try to form above this high. Let me mark it out for y'all. I want to see some structure above the 661.71 level. I see it. Is it? Yeah, I think that's the high. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. My bad. My bad. I want to see structure above. My bad. This high. Above 661.92. So we got two green closed paths, right? I want to see the market push up, push up. It ain't got to push up crazy. I just want to see it push up some. Give us a red hourly candle, right? I want to see a red hourly candle. Well, soon I see that red hourly candle, I preferably want to see this structure to happen like, you see this hourly fair value gap right here at this 6. What level is that? Let me see. 6, 62, 65. So that's where I'm looking for. Let's mark that out. That's where I would look for that entry. I want to see us push up above 662, 65. I want to see some type of red candle come in. See some type of red hourly candle come in. As soon as I see a green hour, so say we close red and we still stay above 662, 65. That first green hourly candle that still stays above that 662, 65, I'm looking to go long. Take that first high, and then I'm just gonna be looking to hold it until if we push straight up to the highs in that one day, it might take 2 days to get up there. But that's where I'll be looking for that entry at. We got to break out of this hourly fair value gap right here. Break out this hourly fair value gap. And I want to see structure form above it. As soon as I see, so say we got a green, red. As soon as I see that first green come, that first green hourly, I'm ready to take the long. And that'll be it. This will be that trade on that hourly. 662, and I'm first aiming for these highs at 664. That's your first target. 664 will be your first target. If we can close above, as y'all can see, it's another hourly gap right here. So I'll be waiting to see if we can push past that hourly gap after we take these highs right here at the 664, 65. But we take them highs and we push up to this next hourly, then that's where we look for the same thing. We want to see a breakout, show us some structure starting to form above to keep that continuation. But your first target is these highs. That's your first target. It's just once it get up to this top of this fair value gap, you want to see how the market react. Do it come up here and fail to close above? Because if it fail to close above, it should be coming back down. You need to go and get out the trade. If it push up, we get an hourly candle close pass. Okay, wait it out a little bit. That next one could be a big red one to just drop you all the way back in, but wait it out a little bit, look and see. It can come down, give us a red candle. As long as it don't close inside. Okay, now I'm just waiting on that next one to be a green candle. It turned green, okay, you can still hold your trade. Aim for these highs at the 667. If it just be red and then the next one would be another red and you close inside the gap, get out the trade. Okay? But this is the entry I'll be looking for if I was looking on the hourly. If the market just keep pushing up in the morning, that'll be the entry. If the market comes down in the morning, we do have this hourly gap down here. If the market want to come down and retest this, I'm gonna come down and retest this hourly gap at 660.76. And between 660.06, it can come down here, and you can look for that tap into it. It gotta come tap into the gap first. It has to come touch the gap. Even if you see it come down and do some market structure shift before it getting the gap, don't touch it. Let it touch the gap first, then look for the market structure shift to go higher. Okay, it has to touch the gap first though. But that can be an entry. Let's see, do we see? Because there was a lot of, when I was looking at it last week, we had a ton of gaps and hourly gaps. So a ton of fair value gaps and hourly gaps on the hourly. I don't know if I probably just confused y'all I meant to say on the hourly we had a ton of fair value gaps and regular gaps. So it's all kind of different gaps you can bounce off. We can bounce off of. That's why I was just doing the analysis on the daily, because on the hourly it's kind of, as y'all can see, we got all kind of gaps. There's a lot of reversing and resistance and support everywhere in here. So it could clutter your chart up a little bit. Me personally, if I'm drawing one on the hourly, I'm just gonna draw whichever one we're currently sitting in. That's what I'll be waiting on. So like right now, we're currently sitting in this hourly gap. It's the only one I'm having drawn up. Other than that, I'm looking at the dailies. All right, but that is your entry potential entry for the hourly. Like I said, daily wise, really ain't got no potential entry unless we somehow turn red and come retest the fair value gap. But I'm not really. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not expecting us to turn red. I think we just gonna keep moving straight up to the highs. Um, I really ain't expecting us to turn red. I mean, and at least not until we come up to 663, 664. All right, now let's get into ES. We've been on spot for a little while. Well, let's get into QQQ. My bad. Let's get into QQQ, then ES and NQ. We was on spot for a little while though. I ain't gonna lie. I think that was because I was trying to go break it down that hourly for y'all. That's probably why. Um, See, look, this is the thing I be hating, man. When I be on the phone, like I be having my phone up with the computer, and then it like have my drawings all out. Cause like ain't no way I'm having my can't be level marked like that. It's gonna be on the bottom. Y'all know I had the magnet on every time, so it wouldn't even be in the middle of a counter like that. So it be throwing my drawings off when I be having the phone and the chart open. All right, go. Let's jump to the monthly on QQQ since we're closing out this September month. Like we said, same thing with SPY. It already did what it needed to do. It completed its mission. What's its mission? It was a green candle for that previous month. We always know what? Hey, it's supposed to come retest this wick at least. You know what I'm saying? We expected to retest the highs, but if it's a big wick, sometimes it may not go all the way up to the high. But what it did, it retested the wick and the highs. Um, we're currently sitting past it. It's looking like we're going to close past these highs. Like we said, we never know what will happen. We got 2 more days left. But it looked like we're going to close past this previous month high, which is what a sign of continuation. We should expect to keep going up. Um, so if we close past these highs, we're expecting what our October month should come retest this previous candle high. That's what we expect. Okay. Um, like I said, it's bullish, but it's same thing like SPY. What did we do? Make that lower low, higher high. We don't got a full structure yet because we got lower low and a higher high. That's not an uptrend or a downtrend. So we're looking for that potential higher low at some point. At some point, this market has to give us a higher low. Okay, it might be trying to break past this structure first, like right here, this high. It might be trying to push past a little bit more. Probably see it drop. It went once QQQ get to like 620s or so, maybe. But it could very well do it right now. You never know, but we do know at some point we gotta have some type of low get it made. Okay, at some point we either need a higher low or come all the way back down and make a lower low. But at some point we gotta make some type of low on this monthly. Weekly, pretty much same as SPY. We had a red week candle, red weekly candle last week, which is letting that's good. That's good. If you want to be bullish, that's good because that's showing potential entries. Um, if we look right here, we got higher high, higher low, higher low, higher high. This potential can be the new higher low. We gotta break that high though. We gotta break the 602.87 for this to be a new higher low. Um, but always remember it is a red candle. Red means we're looking for a low. It can very well be saying, hey, we're looking to come back a lower low and come take this low out at this 558 558.19. So be on the lookout. You know what I'm saying? Be on the lookout. But once it takes the high of this candle, then you ain't really gotta. It still can always come back down, but you kind of even more leaning to the bull side once it takes the high. Okay. Because right now, if we're looking at that weekly, this is where our stop loss will be at all the way down here. Once it takes that high, once it takes this high, then your stop loss can move up to up here. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying once it take that high, you can kind of lean more towards your bullish bias. Right now, you kind of gotta you can get in some long, But at the same time, the market could be like, psych. It got a lot of room to come down and still be bullish. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot of space. All right. Daily. Now this is where we mark up. Daily, daily, daily. We got our higher highs, higher low, higher high. Potentially new higher low. We got the green candles to tell us the market is looking for a high. So we should be moving up. If it's want to be that higher low, it has to come take these highs out. Like we said, it was at 602.87, so that'll be our target. That's our target. We don't want the market to come down below. This is a can't be level. 583.69. That's the can't be level. And I forgot to put this on SPY, but we're gonna go back and put it. So we got our can't be level. Y'all remember I told y'all we can have them pink levels where we don't want it to go down to, but it still can technically be bullish, but we really don't want to see it go down there to it. And that is these right here. 588. Since we're already seeing the market gave us this green candle, it told us when we see these reds, it said, hey, we're looking for low, we're looking for low, we're looking for low. Boom, green. It said, okay, now we're looking for highs, we're looking for highs. So we kind of don't want it to come back down here because we're expecting this to be that pivot point to push up to them higher highs. So we'll make this a pink line. It's not solidified yet, just because only way something is solidified is what? Once we go make a new higher high. So this high has to get taken before we can turn this to a true red. So let's go and mark that up on SPY real quick. The same thing. Alright, that's our pink level. Okay. And we can set an alert. We can set some alerts on those. Crossing down. Set them crossing down alerts. Create QQQ. Create the same thing. Crossing down alert. Alright. Just so we'll know if the market come down there, okay. You gotta be on the lookout. It might be trying to come take these lows, you know. Alright, like we said, this our target, this our level that we don't want the market to go below. Let's look for some gaps and fair value gaps for the market to potentially bounce off for us to have entries. Right here, I see a regular gap. Mark that out. Oh, come on. Come on now. I probably gotta zoom in. I just don't feel like zooming in. I just had to zoom in. Let me just zoom in. Come on. Okay. See that gap right there? That's a regular gap. We see another regular gap right here. I think that's it that we have in between our target and can't beat. Yeah. See on on SPY we had a fair value gap. On ES on QQQ we don't got a fair value. We just got two regular gaps. All right. So 4 entries on the daily for QQQ. Other than like, literally like right here, this could have been this can be your entry here. It's kind of like same thing with SPY. This would be a B plus trade. Your true entry you wanted to get in on QQQ should have been really right here when it broke. When we got this daily close green, on Thursday, that should have been your long entry. But it ain't too crazy off because this closed at 93, it closed at 95. Not too far off. But that was your main entry. For the daily, another potential entry is say we push up, say we do get a red candle and we come retest this daily gap for value gap, then you can look to go long. Or say if we push up, get a red candle, and then push up again and make another high, and it close past that red candle, you can go long then to go up to this high. Okay. Should I go down to the hourly, y'all? I don't even. I really don't want to go down to the hourly, but let's go down to it just in case y'all are looking for a potential entry. For the hourly potential entry, We haven't taken this high yet. So I kind of want to see this high get taken. Alright. As we sitting inside, we are sitting above this gap. I'm not going to mark that small gap. I see this gap here. Alright. So I really get in off the gap break. I mean, this could be a first entry. I mean, if you want that early entry, if we close past this high and see some structure forming above this 596.70, you could get along, but you literally got this fair value gap sitting right above you. So, me personally, I'm gonna be looking for this fair value gap break. And I want to see same thing like we said with SPY. We want to see it break out, give us that retest. We gotta see that red counter, and then push up. All right. Come on now. Let me move it. So breakout, give us that retest, then push up. Pretty much look like the same setup as SPY. We got the fair value got right to the side of it. So that'll be your first targets is these gaps. This will be your first target. So between 598.46 and 599. That'll be your first target. So that's like $2-3 move. I think SPY had a little bit more space, so SPY might be actually the better trade once you break out. Let me see. 62 up to it's about the same, about $2-3 space. But they about the same. But yeah, that's your potential entry on the hourly. Okay. And then like we said, if it come down, we're looking for this fair value gap at 594. Look for that bounce. And yeah, that's pretty much it for SPY and QQQ. We got them two out the way. Let's jump over to ES and NQ, and then we're gonna jump into some stocks. Okay. And oh well, we gotta go over gold too. I almost forgot, y'all. That's NQ. Where my ES? Oh, ES. All right, let's go to ES first. Y'all know they market's already open. Look at it, man. It's already moving up. I told you. I told y'all it's probably gonna be hard moving straight up. I could have got inside this on today, but I don't trade on Sundays, y'all. But I could have got in there, man. A little light long thing. Usually I don't trade on Sundays. If I do, it be MES, like, and I take one. That's it. But let's go to the monthly on ES. This we should be able to fly through these a little faster because they the same thing as SPY and QQQ. So we're gonna move through these a little quicker. All right, same thing. We did our goal, broke the high. Look like we finna close well past the high, unless somehow we drop 200 points. For the monthly, weekly, got our first red. This can be our what? New high or low. We just gotta take this high out. Gotta take this high of 6756.75. As soon as we take that high, then boom, your all stop losses should be set down here at the bottom of the spread. Okay. Daily, daily, daily. Now, this is the only thing that kind of different from SPY. SPY had two greens. SPY had like a doji green, and then this was just a regular green counter. Where ES, it was ended up closing red, but it ended up closing green for Friday. So green is telling us we should be moving up now. All right, targets. Like we said, these highs. It should be 75. I don't know why it said 50. Let me see. There it is. I had to put it on the green counter. So 67.56 is our target. Level not to get beat is down here at 66.11 flat. The level we don't want it to go below is 66.24.25. So that's gonna be our pink level. Oh, I need to put more pink. That look white almost. Pink level All right. Do we got any fair value gaps or regular gaps? Yes, we do. Got regular gap here for the market to bounce off of to go long, which it already did on Friday, y'all. As y'all can see. Well, this is our first closeout. We actually don't got to retest again because this closing side, so I don't count that as a retest. Whenever it closing side, I don't count it as a retest. I need to see it just kind of do like this, kind of tap into it and just don't close inside. So we very well, now me noticing that for ES, we very well could see some type of red counter to come retest, then go higher. But it don't have to do it though. It could just say, hey, we just finna shoot straight up and go and take them highs. But that's regular gap. Let's see if we got any more. Nope. We don't got nothing else. Literally, this the only thing on ES. For entries for a long on ES, other than when this first candle turned green, or if you would have seen this market structure shift off of this daily gap, that was supposed to be an entry. I mean, you still can enter, but that's way too big of a stop loss on futures. So, me personally, I'm not touching it unless I go down to my hourly and find entries to go long. So, let's drop down to the hourly, look for entries to go long. Pretty much should be the same as how we looked at for SPY. We should be breaking out this hourly. We want to see market structure forming above here. We got our first closeout. That's good. I just want to see my first red candle come that's above this hourly gap. So when I see my first red candle come and it still stays above this gap, that first green candle I see that we still stay above this gap. Like this whole time we gotta stay above the gap. Like the red and the green gotta stay above this gap. That first green I see, I'm going long, aiming for this first gap to get cleared at 67.23. And then once it takes that, if we can close above and break these highs, we can keep holding it all the way up to our main target. Okay? And I ain't gonna lie, like I told y'all, man, this would have been a nice trade. Because this is what we just did our analysis on just now. But like I said, I don't trade on Sundays usually. If I do, it'd be one MES. I probably could have had looked at it, but I was watching my Ravens get whooped on today by the Chiefs. But yeah, this would be a potential entry though. It's currently doing it right now. It's just as long as when they get its first red hourly candle, as long as it can stay above, because very well that red hourly candle can come close right back inside, and now we're back to consolidate. Okay, but right now it is moving nice and strong. Okay, look him there. He said, "Go." Man, Mahomes and them put a number up on us, man, and they brought Worthy out too. I said they were just dogging us, but that man, our defense it just been going down since Mike McDaniel left. But yeah, that's that potential interest. So it's pretty much the same thing we said for SPY. We're looking for that structure to start forming up here and to go long. I don't know what this drawing was doing. Okay, so I might be peeping it tonight if I see a red candle come tonight. I might look to go long and hold overnight. But I'm not gonna do it on ES. I'm gonna do it on MES. All right, let's go to NQ. Pretty much same thing. I'm not going to the daily and weekly because they're gonna be the same. We're gonna start off. I mean, I'm not going to the monthly and weekly. We're gonna start off on the daily and go and start drawing. All right. We have our higher high. This potentially the new higher low. Let's mark out our target, which is 27.25. That's our target. Our can't beat level down here at 24,242. The level we don't want it to get beat is 24,422. Do we got any gaps? Yes, we do. Mark that out. Market already showing that it's bouncing off of it. Now, this the one thing I can say, y'all. When I said ES, And when we said ES, I don't count this as my true retest because it closed. It closed inside it. Um, but look at QQQ. I mean, not QQQ, NQ. I count this as the retest. You see how it didn't close inside this gap? I count it as that true retest. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to move that. But you see how it failed to close inside and then we got the green counter? I count this as the true retest. So QQQ, I actually count this as that retest of the gap to go higher. Okay. Um. So I'm really not expecting us to come back down. If we come back down, like I said, I'm probably thinking we finna dump pretty nicely. You know what I'm saying? So, but I do see this though. That's one thing. Hold up. Look how I spoke too soon, man. I spoke too soon. NQ, we got what? A fair value gap. We didn't have this on ES. And look at this. Closing side of the dang fair value gap. So this ain't a true retest of this gap. It is a true retest of this gap, but it ain't a true retest of the fair value gap. So it could come down, retest, then go higher. Dang, I spoke too soon, man. I just seen that right when I was trying to see if we had any more gaps. Any closing side there. But that, as y'all seen, this was the example of a true retest though. Still, it still don't void what I was trying to say. This was a true retest this is when I count retest. When it come weak inside but fail to close inside. That's the true retest. When it close inside like this, I just say, oh, it just broke back out. It's just a breakout again. So when this green counter comes, it's just a breakout. Then I still need my retest to keep going. Alright. Hourly should be looking like ES. Yeah, it do look like ES. We broke out this hourly gap. All we're looking for is the structure, the form above. Alright. Now let's get into these charts. Let's get into these stocks, y'all. Okay. Oh well, we gotta go over gold. Dang on, man. Futures ain't playing with me today. We gotta go over gold first, then we can get into stock. I'm just ready to get on these stocks, man. I'm trying to look for some trade. End of the month, I'm trying to see what my swing trade's finna be. All that. Gold. Let's check out gold monthly. I honestly, y'all know how not last week, the week before, I was telling y'all I was trading gold like crazy, and I made all that made some good money off of gold. I ain't even trade gold last week. I traded, like I said, I traded this week right here. I ain't even traded this week. Oh no, this is a month. My bad. But I traded the previous week, not last week. The week before that, I traded it almost every day that week. Then I literally didn't even touch it at all this week. The week that just passed. Um, gold monthly. It already did its job. It been did its job. I think it did this on day 1 of September. Taking that high. Uh, yeah, it already did its job. It look like it's gonna close solid green. That's continuation. Let's go to weekly. Now weekly. Now hold up. Weekly. We did close green. Green do mean keep going up. But we did come inside this weekly wick. And I told y'all, it can read to when I say, oh, it closed green like this, and I expect it to come take the high. Remember, we just said that earlier at the beginning of this stream. We said, except the only time I don't expect it to sometimes take the highs when we get what? Them real long, hold up, them real long weeks. Dang, I can't even, I think because it's magnet on here. Let me take the magnet off. There we go. So when it be like a big long wick like that, sometimes you'll just get like a little tap into the wick. So it still come up, but it only a wick tap into the wick, and then it just straight flush. So sometimes you don't get it to come all the way up to them highs. It just come inside this wick, which I told you I looked at that as like resistance. This whole area is like a resistance level. This whole wick. So sometimes it still come up, but it just won't come up to the high, and then it'll flush. Um, But for gold, like I said, this ain't a big week. So I am expecting it to come up and take these highs. See if it want to try to close past to keep going for the next week, or if it want to close below to come on down. But currently right now it did come up and it rejected a little bit, but y'all know we just started this week, so it still can keep coming back up to come take them high. But it's definitely bullish, bullish, bullish. We need to see a higher low get made. Um, it don't have to happen right now, but we do need to see it eventually. Daily. So we bullish on the monthly, bullish on the daily. I mean weekly. Daily, daily, daily. We got higher high, potential higher low right here. We just gotta take this high out. So our target on gold is 38.24.6. That's our target. Is already dang near there. Well, it got 24 left. It still got 24 left, but it's almost there though. The level that we can't beat is 36.65. That's a big old drop. That's a big drop that it can come down and still stay bullish. The level we don't want to see it go below is 37.49.7. So that's gonna be our pink level. Do we got any gaps between our target and the can't be level? Let's see. Yes. Hold up. Gotta make sure. No, that one don't count. We got this one here. Got this daily fair value gap here. I think that's the only one. Yeah, that was the only one we got. Only one we got. And the only way we finna come down here to this is once we take this low, that's gonna make what? A lower low. Then I'm definitely expecting it to come down here to this 37.11. So if you somebody looking to take shorts, if it come takes this 37.49.7, I'm almost sure take the shorts to come down to 37.11 because that'll make that lower low. It should be dropping down here to potentially bounce to come here and go back to an uptrend. Okay, that's only if it come take this low here though. Because right now what it's doing is green. We expecting to go and take them highs out. Potential entries. Your first entry was supposed to be here as soon as it turned green, and your stop loss supposed to be the low of this red to follow the green. I mean to follow the bullish trend. But since it's already up here daily, you really ain't got no entry. Unless we, like I said, unless we come back down to this fair value gap. Hourly on gold, potential entry. It's already down there at the target, y'all. But if you trying to scalp, I'll look for a spot for you. You got this fair value gap the market could be bouncing off of on the hourly, which it kind of look like it's rejecting now. Look like we finna possibly make structure above. Yeah, look like we're doing it now. Got 2 minutes left. As long as it closes above here, on its hourly, then just wait on that first green hourly candle to close. Then you're supposed to aim for these highs first. Then eventually, if we close past your high, this candle high at 38.17.7, then you're looking for that main target to get taken. So right now you just gotta wait on the green candle to form. If this hourly still stay outside of it, which it look like it's gonna do. We got 1 minute left, so it look like it's gonna close outside of it. But if an event, say if the next hourly be red, push down again, then you got a gap right here to look for a bounce. You got gaps here. Like I said, it's a lot of gaps on the hourlies. I only marked the most recent ones we're in and at. Um, but yeah. And I do see this over here to the left, so they might be trying to be tricky. I see this hourly gap here, so I kind of want to see it actually close above here. I want to see that red close above here. Let's see if it closes above or not. Because if it closes inside here, I do expect it to come back down. Let's see. We got 7 seconds. See if it closes above or below this gap. And it closed below. So it might give you a spike up, but I do expect it to come back down here to 38.02. All right. So this ain't it yet, y'all. I don't expect this to be the will to push it to this high. It might give us a spike up, but I do expect it to come right back down to 38.02. So maybe once we go over our stocks, maybe we can come back to go and look and see if it play out like we said. All right. Let's go over the stocks now. Let's go over the stocks. Now, who we want to go over first? We gonna go in order then, I guess. Cause we just gonna go in order. We got CrowdStrike right here. Hey y'all, I forgot to tell y'all about that dang Apple trade. Last week I forgot to tell y'all about that Apple trade. Look at this Apple trade. I think we still got it drawn up here. Look at it. Look at these targets getting hit. Well, on the Apple, but I don't know why I ain't go. I don't know why I don't be going over Apple all the time. But look at this, y'all. I drew this up. I don't even know when. I think at the beginning of September. I think I drew this up. No, I drew it up. When I drew this up, I wish they told you when I drew this stuff up. I think I drew it up here. Cause I know it had to come after this February. Yeah, it had to be somewhere in here. I think I drew it up right here on the start of September. But look at our targets, man. Stop loss was down here, but we ain't never got stopped out this whole time. And we almost finna hit all three targets. Uh, this apple played out perfect. It was just beautiful, man. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful trade. And this was just our first target. Of course, got out, kept a couple positions. Was looking for target two. It just shot straight past target two. We ended up completely closing out though, which we could have held to target three, but we just ended up closing all the way out last week. Just in case, cause we was like, man, it might try to do that drop, man. We thought spot might was gonna try to reverse and come on down, so we went ahead and got out. But dang, but we definitely got these two first targets nicely. That third one, it definitely look like it's finna get there though on Apple, man. But we gonna do our analysis on it. Let me go ahead and go on this CrowdStrike first. I just wanted to show y'all, boy, that jump was perfect. We ain't see that much. I mean, I think after day one, we ain't see no more drawdown on that trade. Literally after day one, it was a straight profit after that. All right, let me delete all these dang alerts first, and then we're gonna delete all them drawings. We got all kind of drawings on this one. I told y'all when y'all see all them alerts and drawings on it, that mean I was in a trade. Cause if it look plain and clean, then it may be. If it's like a couple lines, I might be swing trading. But if it's a whole bunch of lines, oh, I'm definitely day trading. All right, monthly for CrowdStrike. Monthly. CrowdStrike looking good. I ain't gonna lie. CrowdStrike looking good, y'all. I think I said this last week. I think I said CrowdStrike look good. Um, yeah, looking at this monthly on CrowdStrike, definitely bullish. We got the higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, potential new higher low. We got our first green for the month. Looking like we finna close green. I mean, we got 2 days left. It could somehow flip red, but it look like we finna close green, which tells us what market is looking for a high. It can be a higher high, which will come and take out these 517.98, or it can be a lower high, and then they got to come all the way down to 402. Okay, but current structure is what bullish, so we expecting it to go higher. Um, biggest thing I'm looking for on this monthly. So for these 2 days we got, this is the biggest thing I'm looking for on CrowdStrike. Will we stay inside this order block? I call it order block. Whatever you want to call it, order block. What they call it? Supply area. Everybody call it different thing, but I call it order block. If can we stay inside here? That's my biggest thing. Can we stay inside here for this monthly? Because if this monthly candle can close inside here, I definitely expect us to go up to the top of this box, this range. which will be 510.02. As y'all can see, we got real close to it, but we didn't tap it yet. It would have been a different story if we would have had tapped it. If we would have tapped the top of this box and then we didn't close past, I would expect it to come all the way back to the bottom of the box. But we didn't touch the top of the box. We got close to it, rejected, which is good. I like that because that tells me as long as we can close and hold above this box, we definitely need to come up to the other side of this box at 510. Okay? So all I'm just looking for, can we close above 471? That's that level right here. Can we close above 471 for September? That's my biggest thing I'm looking for. We can close past on for the September month. If we can close past it without touching the top of this range, without touching 510, I'm liking that bullish. I like being bullish for October. I'm like looking to be bullish to at least come to 510. I really want to see it come to this 517. If we can close past 517, it's pushing. It's gonna push to like 540s. Okay. Possibly even higher. Let me see. If we close past here, we might close at like 520. That continuation, yeah, about at least 540. If it want to be strong uptrend, then it should push up to like 580, 590s. But that's if we can close past here, y'all. That's the biggest thing I want to see. Can we close past 471? We close past 471. I'm gonna tell y'all now. I am gonna grab one real light CrowdStrike loan, real light, like real light, cause I'm gonna need other confirmations for me to go regular side. But I am probably gonna grab that. So y'all see this stream Wednesday. If I tell y'all, hey, I'm in CrowdStrike loans and I'm holding for 2 months, y'all don't be surprised, all right? If it looking like that, cause all I'm really gonna be looking for that 510, and then I might get ready to get out once I take that 510. Nothing too crazy, just $20 move or so. Um, but yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Can we close past 471 on this monthly? All right, that's the biggest thing I'm looking for on. So I actually let me mark that up since we finna close this month. I know my monthlies be purple. Let me see. We're gonna put we're gonna type. Dang, I don't even know what to type. I'm just put long 510. So I know that's the target. Long 510. Alright. Alert. We can close above. Alright. If I don't hear that alert come off on that Wednesday or Tuesday evening, then I know don't mess with it. But if I hear that alert come off, that means go ahead and look for it. But I'm gonna be looking at it on Tuesday, y'all. I'm gonna be looking at it. I'm gonna be watching CrowdStrike on Tuesday, cause I would like to get in it on Tuesday rather than waiting to Wednesday. Cause we literally can open up that Wednesday and it just shoot straight up, and then now my entry got to be at like 498 to go to 510, which ain't bad, but I much rather get in if Tuesday barely, like say Tuesday close at like 472. Barely close above, and I get to get in that long right there. Oh yeah, it's over with. From 472 to 510, possibly 517. Beautiful. But let's go on. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Weekly. We got our red candle on the weekly. This is one little thing that is a bother. It's one thing that looks a little iffy on CrowdStrike. We do have this higher high, right? We got this higher high. We switched down, started making a downtrend, but we broke the trend right here. All right, we broke the trend right there. Ended up making another high. We broke another high right here. That was our lower high. We broke that. What I want to see for CrowdStrike, since we just closed red, yes, it's telling us, hey, it's supposed to make a low. I want this to be our higher low. Honestly, I want this to be our higher low. I won't be surprised if we see our weekly open up, we come wick down into this weekly fair value gap here. So if we somehow wick down below 466, I ain't gonna be scared of it. Like, I'm still gonna be looking to look for this to be making our new higher low. Um, only way I'm not gonna really, like I said, only way I'm really not gonna be looking for me to go long is if this monthly candle fail to close above that level. Um, but I'm definitely looking for this week to potentially be that green week. It could be red. It still could be red and still close above this level. But I am looking for this to be pretty much us to start setting that structure to go higher. Come on, man. This magnet. Let me get this magnet off. I'm looking for this area right here to be that structure for us to start pushing up. So possibly like bounce, hold up. Possibly do like this. Then go higher to them highs, break them highs. I am looking for this possibly. But we gotta trade what we see, man. We see red candle. So we know it's making a low. We just gotta wait on them confirmations. That's why I said if it closed past this 470, 471, I'm just gonna get something real light to swing on crowd because I am expecting it to keep going up based off that monthly if we close past. But if I'm looking at this weekly, hey, I gotta wait till I see a green candle. I gotta wait until I see a green candle come because this red is telling us it's looking for a low, and I hate to have to get in the trade and it come all the way down to make a lower low. Okay, but right now we did make that higher high. This potentially can be our new high. Look, we broke this, made a higher high. See that? Made that new higher high. This potentially can be that higher low. Um, it's confirmed once it takes this high at 50720. Okay. Dang, boss, I ain't gonna lie. I'm starting. Let me pick it up. I'm starting to slow down on these charts. Let me pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. So like we said, weekly, it's overall bullish. We just waiting on this structure to form right here. We just waiting on the structure to form. So we just literally just went on green week on that weekly. All right, daily. This is what we supposed to be marking. Daily, daily, daily. All right. Ultimate target is, of course, these highs. 517.98 is the ultimate target. Okay. The low that the can't be low, the actual true can't be low on the daily is, dang, it's all. I think we did this last week. It's all the way down here, which we don't expect the market to go all the way down there. I mean, unless somehow I don't know what happened for it to come all the way down here. But that's the actual true low, all the way down there at 298. Reason being, if you just want me to explain why that's the true low, we look at this market. What we got? Higher high, higher low. Higher high. We don't got another higher low yet until what? We got to make another higher high. Well, what's the last higher low we had? All the way down here. That's why that's the solidified low. It's the last higher low we had. If we go up and push B, go past C, then our new higher low will be what? Right here at 400. But right now, this the last high low we had that's solidified. So B is our solidified low. Alright. But what can we do? We can mark levels we don't want to see the market go below. So level we don't want to see it go below is 402. That's a light pink level. Okay. Next level we don't want to see it go below is here. But I'm gonna delete these because I'm gonna delete these just because I like to use the most recent stuff. Like since price is up here, I'm really not looking at that down there yet. But I'm just showing y'all it for now. These two levels will be it, 420, 63, and then it will be this level here since we just flipped green. 469 flat. Okay, those will be the levels we don't want to see it go below. But overall structure, we know what it still can be bullish as long as it don't come below 298. All right. So for me, I'ma treat this level as my can't be level and this level as my level I don't want to see go below. Okay, that's what I'm gonna treat it as right now, since our actual can't be level is all the way down here. Okay, so if this my can't be level 420, do we got any gaps? Yes, we do. Got this gap here on the daily. We got any up here? Not right there. Let's check over here. We got a gap down here. And none of these gaps got a retest yet. That's another thing. You gotta be on the lookout. Cause this one ain't get the retest yet, and this one ain't getting no retest yet. We got this gap here. And we only gonna mark the gaps that's below. Cause we looking for what? Bounces. I ain't marking the ones above current price. Alright. I think that's it. I think those are the only gaps we got below the current price. Let's see. Yeah, those only gaps we got below the current price. Yep. Just these three. So, looking on the daily, potential entries. Currently this would be a B plus trade. Getting in straight off this green. But like I said, we don't got the retest of the gap. This can be just a breakout, and then it can just drop. You know, I like to see a retest of the daily fair value gap, then go higher. But B plus trade wise, you can get in. You know what I'm saying? You can get in alone. Your stop supposed to be below at that 468. And then you're supposed to be targeting 506, 507. Okay? Well, if we close past that 507, then you aim for that 517 level. Okay? CrowdStrike, like I said, we're bullish. Got our high. This potentially is that high low. This is what we're looking for. We're looking for this to be that high low, man. If we see a red candle come, that's still fine. As long as we don't come break below 469. That's the biggest thing. So we're gonna set alert. As long as we don't break below there, our structure's still good. We break below 469. I am expecting that bounce to come down here at this 462 level. Okay? And then that's where I'll be looking to go long. At that 462 bounce. Okay? Hourly. Other than that, I don't really think hourly and stuff. Yeah, I ain't gonna go on the hourly on these regular stocks because we got so many stocks to go to. So we just gonna look at the daily overall, what we looking to enter in at. Okay. So like I said, either you entering now, stop loss it below here, and go long. That's a B trade, or you can wait on that retest. Come down to this 474. Look for that market shift on the hourly or so. Go long, stop loss at 468. Targeting 507, potentially at 517. Okay. Meta. Check out Meta real quick. Let me remove these drawings. Oh, we got all kind of drawings everywhere. I ain't even trade Meta, so this must be. Yeah, I don't think I ain't even trade Meta this week, so this must be from. That must have been drawings from the week before. So, cause I ain't even trade. Oh, did I? No, I don't think I traded Meta. Oh, that what it was. Remember I told y'all. I don't even think I had. Let's put it on replay. I don't even think I reviewed this on Friday. Let's put it on replay. There we go. Let's bring them drawings back. I almost forgot. This is what I was looking for, y'all. Remember? We was saying Meta. We was like, ain't no way we expect Meta to come down. The Meta was like, where was it? Where was Meta at? Let's go to the daily. Meta was sitting at 777. We just gonna say 777. It was sitting up there like 780s, basically. Y'all remember what I was saying? I said, so it was sitting right here, up here. I was like, man, y'all, if I can see Meta come down, what I said to, I think I said it right here, the 760s. I was like, I'm gonna look for that market structure shift, and I'll be looking to go long to swing Meta for the next month to come all the way back up to the 790s and stuff. Y'all, but remember I said on Friday, I mean on Monday or Sunday, whenever I think it was Sunday stream, we said it. I said when it come down here, we gotta wait on that market structure shift, right? Tell me why. And I told y'all Sunday, I said I don't even expect it to come down here to this 70, this 60s. You know what I'm saying? I said if it just somehow do, hey, good for us. But I said it might not even come down here for us. Boy, tell me how it had came down there for us, y'all. And I was getting ready to get in. Well, I did not see no market structure shift. So I just said I ain't finna get in 'cause I don't see no market structure shift. When I tell y'all I'm so glad I ain't get in, 'cause that mud straight drop. Look at this. But we pushed down, pushed down, pushed down. Where was it? It was 761 was where I was trying to get in. I told y'all, I said, if it come down there and we can see that market structure shift and start closing back above, I'm gonna get in loans. Bro, it came down here straight dump. See that straight dump? We did see slight market structure shift here, but we ain't build. We didn't build. Like we would have had right here when we start getting these reds, if we would have flipped green and made another high, then I probably would have got it on long. But we failed and just kept going. I said, I'm glad I didn't get in. I said that's why you always gotta wait on them confirmations, man. Always wait on them confirmations. Cause we was literally saying like, bro, if metal come down to 760, bro, that's a steal. Like that's a beautiful trade. We can come down here and then just close above it on the month. As long as we close above 760, boy, we looking for the loans to go up to that 790. Like we said, we ain't see that market structure shifting. What happened? Metal kept dropping. I'm glad we avoided that. Meta could somehow come all the way back up to 760 though. If it somehow can push back above and close at like 762, 763, maybe it'll do a slight pullback, then push up. But I ain't really looking to swing Meta right now. Not unless it come up to 762. But let me remove these drawings. We did all that little time. I just had to go over this. I was like, man, I gotta tell them about this trade I avoided and avoided a big loss. I'm glad I did avoid that one. All right, monthly for Meta. Uh, previous month for Meta, what happened? It ended up closing red. It's telling us what the market's trying to do. It's trying to make a low. It can be a higher low, if we did make this higher high, or it can be a lower low, lead us to a lower low. Um, right now, it look like it potentially can be a higher low. We got this green month. We got 2 days left. The Meta could drop down to this 24 and turn red. Cause y'all know $20 drop in Meta ain't nothing. Um, and if it turn red, well, we know what the market's still looking to come down. It's still looking for a low. But if it end up closing green, we know what the market already found a low. It should start being here ready to head up to come test these highs. Okay. Um, but also you got to think it could be what once it turn green, could be what a lower high, and it drop down, make a lower low. You know, it can do market structure. So you gotta be on the lookout for it. But if this close green, you look for your longs. Your stop loss supposed to be what the bottom of this green candle, which is 721. So say if it close at 743 as it is, and close green. Say we start dropping, you can look to get in them longs, especially if it get closer to that 721. Look to get in them longs. Have that real tight stop loss and be aiming for that high. It's okay if it gets stopped out. Your stop loss real tight, you know, because once it take that low, you know what? That's a lower low. Boom, I ain't fooling with the trade. You know what I'm saying? And it might be coming down to this monthly fair value gap. These are the type of trades I actually like to take. When it be like that, and it can get close to them stop losses. I mean to them can't be levels. That's when I'm okay with taking that risk. You know, because it's supposed to be a can't be level. If it beat that level, I know it's gonna dump. You know, uh, but looking at the monthly, it's bullish. this potentially could be that new higher low for metal. We closed green for this month. I definitely looking for us to come take these highs. Unless, like I said, unless we end up coming back to the bottom of this monthly candle, then boom, I'm off of my bullish stance is off. Okay, not until we come bounce into this fair value gap. But right now, I'm looking bullish on Meta weekly. Now, Meta weekly, we got higher high. We don't have our new high low yet. Don't have our new high low. Oh, my bad. New high low yet. We do have some market structure shift happening here though, because we got what? High, low, high, high. But then we made a lower low. So we got some market structure shift showing right here. We did, it looked like we failed to close below that low though. What's this low? 743.26. This close was at 743.75. Yeah, we failed to close below. So I am expecting to bounce. Potentially, I ain't got to bounce all the way up. I am potentially looking for a bounce to about 750, possibly 756. Before it either try to start coming down, or if it or it can just keep going up. You know, it can keep moving up. But it did fail to close below this previous low, so that's why I'm looking for a potential pullback. Doesn't mean that it ain't gonna come back down and take that low out though. So, I just wanted to point that out for y'all that we did have market shift right here though. But it's still in this overall structure for this uptrend. So we're gonna mark it out as uptrend. Well, we on the weekly. We're gonna wait till we get to the daily. But we got that higher high. We looking for a higher low. As long as we don't come below, what's this low? 691.18. All this stuff is still can keep us. We still bullish. It don't matter what happened inside here. As long as we don't come below this these lows, that whichever the lowest point between. What's this? Six actually. So, but as long as we don't come below 690.73, all this stuff don't matter. We don't care what this is, what's going on in here. As long as you don't come below 690.73, it's still bullish. Alright, daily. Now this is where we're gonna mark up. Target. But we gotta stay bullish until we get below 690. Target 795, 711. Can't beat level. Here is 690.73. Alright. Levels that we don't want to see go below. 721.24. And that's really it. Because it already broke that level. Yep, that's the only level. So honestly, if metal want to be bullish, it got to start turning around this week. It literally got to turn around this week, and I think it is. I mean, if it don't, then like I said, if it come take this low at this 721, I'm kind of expecting to come down to the 690 area. At least come up to this fair value gap at 712. Yeah, let's mark that 712 out. Because if it breaks this, it probably gonna be bouncing off the 712. Yeah, that look nice. So you might be able to. You see a daily close below here. If you looking to go, if you want to go short on Meta, look for that daily close below 739. Right here, below this fair value gap. Close below. I'm pretty sure we coming down to 721. And honestly, it comes 721. I mean, I do see this gap here. This gap could stop us from going all the way down there. But I definitely expect, so if you see that close below that 639, aim for 633. And if you get a red close below 633, it's almost golden ticket. It's coming to 721 for sure. Okay. If you're looking to go short, that's only if you're looking to go short. It's coming at 7. Any close below 733, it's coming to 721. All right. Uh, what I was gonna say. Oh, but if you're looking to go long, we need what? We need a green count. We need a green count above this daily fair value, so above 745. We need a green counter. Might see it Monday because SPY do look like it's starting to move up. People feel like they're moving up. Might see that green counter Monday. But we never know that because Meta can do whatever it want to do, honestly. But soon we see that first green candle close above our a daily gap. So right now, the gap is occupying. We want to see a green candle above here. We want to see that red pull back, then another green. That second green, we going long, aiming for 760. We close past 760, then we aiming for 789. Close past 789, then we aiming for 795. Okay. And if y'all want, we can mark out the different targets. So this will be our first target on the daily. Green, 761.11. That's our first target. Second target, 790.27. All right. But that's only once we get our green counter above the daily gap, because it's already closed red. So this ain't. It still can come down. We still can come down. If it come down in this gap, let's see it close past here. Green counter close past this gap. If we go keep pushing down and it comes to this gap, want to see that green counter, then you look for that market stress shift to go long. All right. Only way we looking for our trade when it comes to these gaps is it gotta tap the gap, come out, turn green, give us market stress shift to go long. No matter where we at, it gotta tap the gap, turn green, give us our red to retest, then we can go long. No matter where we at, we look for the same thing every single time if we looking to go long. All right. But Meta got some potential, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Meta got some potential. But like I said, if we can close, even though we don't come up to 760, just closing green is potentially letting us know, hey, we should be looking to go higher. We should be looking to go to the highs. Um, our stop loss, like I said, is the bottom of this green candle. If it takes the bottom of this green candle, then boom, market stretch and shift. Meta trying to drop. Meta probably trying to come down to 790. I mean 690. But we know it gives us that pivot point. We know for a fact 721 is our hey, don't go no lower than that if we trying to be bullish. So me knowing 721 is the lowest point, when I see Meta come to 724, 723, bro, I'm finna fill up on them loans. Cause I only got $2-3 stop losses. And I'm potentially aiming for what was it, 790? I'm potentially aiming for a $70 move almost. So $2 stop loss and a $70 swing that I'm only gonna hold for probably 2 months. Bro, I'd take that chance every single time. Especially if more likely your stop loss gonna get stopped out in that first week if it's trying to go down past 721. Since we so close to it right now. Um, I take that trade every time because $2 drop on a contract that you got out for 2 months, you probably ain't gonna lose nothing for real for a $2 drop. You ain't losing that much. You can go and sell it and be fine. But $70 jump, boy, that's what I'm saying. Meta, I'm watching Meta, y'all. Meta on my top watch for swing. For day trading, I ain't fooling with Meta. But swing, it look good. All right. Now let's go. We did crowd, we did Meta. Let's go to NVIDIA. Go to NVIDIA. NVIDIA still got it work. We might not even gotta mess with the dang chart because NVIDIA taking his time. Oh no, NVIDIA did hit this last week, wasn't it? Yeah, it did this last week. I forgot. 'Cause I remember my alert came off on the video. And I said, oh, the video did his hit his target. cause we went over this on Sunday. Yep, we went over this on Sunday, and it literally hit the target on Monday. Literally, soon we was like, bro, we looking for the loans on the video. We said we look for the loans because Nvidia still ain't do what it's supposed to do, which is come take this high. And literally on Monday, the very next day we just said it, but it came and took the high and did what it was supposed to do. We did not get in the trade though, cause I don't be looking at the video off the jump. Um, my first go tos I be going to is Spy, Meta, and CrowdStrike, Tesla. Those be the first ones I go look at. Sometimes, and then my afterthought be in the video for some reason. Um, but yeah, we missed this trade. We missed this trade. It literally did what we said it was gonna do though. We definitely said, hey, go long. Cause Sunday we was like, we got our breakout. This can be your B plus trade. We don't got the retest. I remember I told you, I said we don't got the retest, but it's gonna be a B trade, and you can go and get in that long now. Cause I expect the video to really just go ahead and push straight up. Um, and that what it did, man. It pushed straight up without the retest. Now we did get, did we? Yeah, we got the retest right here. So we might be pushing right back up again. On the video, honestly. Uh, but let me go look at this monthly. Monthly, we did what we needed to do. Good. Like we finna close green. Um, only thing we took that high, failed to close. It look like we're gonna fail to close above unless somehow in these 2 days we push it up above it. Look like we're gonna fail to close above, so we might see October month. We might see a pullback, then come back and retest again. Um, but it don't have to pull back because if it closed green, it could just go straight up. Um, but we do expect that pullback then go higher if we can't close above the high. Um, weekly we got high. Our high got set, but we didn't close past the high. So like we said, we look for a potential pullback. Then it should be coming back up to retest these highs again. All right. It should be coming back up and retest the highs, but it is a big wick. So that retest, it can be just pull back, come inside the wick, then drop. So you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. But I'm expecting the video to come back up to this 183, 184 this week. Daily, the daily. We got target. It only went up a little bit. Target is 184.55. Can't be level. Still the same. 164.06. Level we don't want to see it get below is 168.41. But now we got a new level too, which is 173.13. Okay. So we're looking for the market not to come below these two levels. It still can come below these two levels and still be bullish, but we really not expecting it to come below them levels, or we don't want to see it go below those levels. Do we got any gaps and fair value gaps? Yes, we do. We got this gap inside this gap, but I ain't finna mark that up because it's inside the gap. Do we got any new gaps? I think that's all we got. Literally them two gaps, the gap inside the gap and then that gap. That's all we got. And it look like we got the break. This the retest. Y'all see we failed to close inside. So this is my retest. Even though this kind of opened up inside, it don't matter to me as long as it don't close inside. So this is the retest. It look like we should be pushing up to the highs. The market could come back down, do another bounce, but I'm expecting us to push up to the highs. Entry for the daily, literally right where it's at, that's your entry. So 178. If it open up in this area, look to go long. And stop losses at 173. Okay. Now let's go check out Tesla. Then we're gonna go to Amazon. We go to Tesla. We just going down the list, y'all. Dang, I'm trying to move this. Oh well, I guess they don't want me to move my dang what's it called. Let's move the drawings. Daily. Let's go to the monthly. And Tesla did what it needed to do for the previous, for the month. It already took the previous month high. It took this high. It's currently attempting to take these highs. So main thing, as long as it closes above this 367.71, this the main thing. Now, if somehow in 2 days, if Tesla come up here to 487, 488.54. If it somehow come up to this high, then it has to close above there on this monthly. But right now it ain't up there. It just need to. This is the most recent high it overtook, so it just gotta close above this high at this 367.71, which is already pretty nicely over. Um, so yeah, it's looking good for Tesla to keep going high, possibly make them new all-time highs. Weekly, we got higher high. Look like we're attempting to take these high. We did take the high. I think we failed to close it, but let's see. This high was 439.74. This close was 4. Oh, it closed past it. It barely closed past it. Barely, but it closed past it. So that's continuation. Um, I'm expecting Tesla to come up and test this 465 level. These highs up here. As long as it can still keep structure above this 439.74 level, I am expecting it to come up to this 465 on the weekly. If we can come up to these all-time highs though, like we said, it got to close past to keep us going. Weekly, higher low, higher high, potentially higher low. It's looking bullish, but I don't know. Tesla, it already had its big expansion right here. Unless Tesla gets some type of crazy news to just push us real hard up to like 500s, I'm kind of a little nervous to be going all the way long with Tesla, just cause this is the thing, y'all. Let me draw it out. We made this higher high. Oh, my bad. Made this higher high. Made this higher low. Made another higher high. It's potentially a higher low, but look at it. Like I don't know. It kind of just feel like it's kind of already did a strong expansion right here to where it don't. I don't know. I just don't see the momentum to keep pushing strong high. I don't know. I just don't see it unless we get like a pullback and then go back higher. But I don't know. I just don't feel that confident in Tesla. Unless it's like I said, unless it be some news that just shoot us straight past these highs and push us straight up to like 510, 511. That's the only thing I can see. And we might get there. We might see it just squeeze up to like 520. Might see it squeeze. But honestly, I would like it more if it had a pullback then. But we might just see a squeeze though. I'm gonna be honest. That what I'm kind of expecting. I'm kind of expecting to squeeze up to 510, 511. That's what I'm expecting. Um, let's jump to the daily though. Let's go and mark this stuff up because it is starting to get late. It's 10 o'clock almost. Uh, we got higher high. So that's our target. This high. Let's make sure 444.21. 444.98. Yeah, that's our target. 444.98 is our target. Can't beat level is right here. 416. 416.56. Alright. level we don't want to see it go below 419.08. Honestly, you ain't got no interest. It's already there. You really ain't got no interest. Don't see no gaps over to the side. Yeah, you really ain't got. That's why, like I said, I think Tesla probably finna squeeze y'all. That's what a lot of times that's what I notice when it be like you ain't got no real entries and the market just moving, it's finna squeeze. That's why I'm kind of expecting Tesla probably finna. You might see a squeeze. Tesla might just go on squeeze up to like 510. I ain't saying it's gonna do it in one day, but I'm just saying for that monthly, that next month we might see that 510 gonna get pushed up too. Honestly, for Tesla, I won't even be looking to get in nothing unless we can get a pullback down to. Oh, I don't know what I just did. Dang, I don't know what I did. I have to go back to the stream and see what I just clicked on. But if we get a pullback down to like 402.96, we come down here. This is real tight. Tight one. 370.24. Really that's it. That's why I've been looking to go long. You could take that risky trade. You can take a B plus trade. I'm gonna show y'all where to take it at though. Best spot to take it. Come on, man. I don't be feeling like zooming all in. Dang. I be trying to do it without zooming in. Alright. If you want to take that B plus trade, once it takes this 444.98, if we close green, solid green past it, then I say go on get in on loans for that B plus trade. Aim for your target to be 465.33. Same thing. We close past that one. Then you aiming for them all-time highs. So B plus trade is here. Let me get it. Drawing tool is a green, solid green candle close above. It's 444.98. Alright. And honestly, your stop loss, it ain't gonna be down here. Cause you're gonna go on once it gets you that daily candle closer above there, go down to your 1 hour. And you should see some market structure starting to form up there. And whatever that low, so maybe it'd be this low here at 438. This probably gonna be your stop loss. It's 438. Alright. And that's more likely gonna be your B plus trade right here. Targeting that. Right there. Alright. If you looking for a B plus trade, that's what we looking for. Want to see the highs get broke, structure get formed. Stop loss gonna be at 438, targeting 465. Alright, so that's if you want that B plus trade on Tesla, because right now I ain't got no A plus setups. I mean, on a daily, ain't no A plus setup. Might be some A plus setup on an hourly, but I'm just looking at the daily for y'all. Alright, let's go to Amazon. We almost done, y'all. We almost done. I think we got like 3 more left, and then we done for the night. Amazon monthly. Amazon did what it's supposed to do. It came and took the high of this previous month. But of course it looked like what we not finna close past, and it also looked like we about to close red. So Amazon is showing me potential market structure shift if we can come down and make this lower low. This monthly we got, but we like we said, it overall was bullish. We had that higher high, made this low, made another high, but it's what right now it's a what lower high. It ain't confirmed yet, but it is a lower high. It ain't confirmed to what we come and take this 160 out. All right, So if Amazon somehow closed red, oh my bad. Amazon somehow closed red. Be on the lookout. It might give us that flush all the way down to that 160, y'all. But I do see this. Look at this. Monthly fair value gap. What we doing? We got the break, retest. If this next month close green, that can be that month. If we get that next month green, October turn green, I'm definitely looking for that 242 to get taken. Alright, because that'll be the break and retest of a monthly fair value gap. That should be a strong buy signal to go take that 242. Alright. So biggest thing I'm looking for, if we close red for this monthly, it still can be valid. I mean, it still can be valid, but I kind of want to see us bounce off this gap right here. All right, without coming down into this gap. So if you're looking to be bullish on Amazon on the monthly and you just looking for this to be the pullback, I really want to see us stay above 204.16. Okay, it come down at 204.16. I don't know. We might be seeing it. I'm telling y'all, we might be seeing it come down to 160. But as long as it can do whatever it want to do, as long as it stay above that 204.16, and we look like we finna turn green for that next month, then boom, look for that 242. So basically, if October turn green for that November, December, we looking for us to come take these highs. Okay, weekly. Look like we just made a lower low, so we got market structure shift right now. All right, so we looking for those. Looking for it to either switch back long if you want to be bullish, but if you want to be short, just look for a pullback to drop. Let's go to the daily. Daily. So monthly, let me go back to monthly. My bad, y'all. It's starting to get late. Monthly, we see market structure shift potentially form. It's not confirmed yet, but we see this red candle. So we kind of looking for them bears start to get in the mix a little bit, y'all. But we can't say we're bearish until we take the 160, because that's the true low. Now we got green, red, then get another green, then we make it go below this previous low. Then yeah, I'm looking straight bearish. Alright. But right now we got green, red, green. You gotta get below that low. Alright. To be full bearish. Weekly. Now weekly is bearish. Alright. We just switched to the bear side. We had our high, low, high, lower low. Now we just want to see a lower high. Then boom, lower high, and we drop again. It's confirmed. Drop to the downside. Right now we got bearish bias right now because it's leaning. It just made a lower low, but it don't necessarily mean we in the downtrend completely until what we see that lower high. All right. We seen this lower high, but we want to see another lower high come and drop. All right. Amazon. So me personally, looking at the daily, boy, them looking straight bears right now. Me personally, I'm not trading Amazon. I don't really be like to trade Amazon. It's not my best thing to trade. Some people like it, but I don't usually trade Amazon. But if I'm looking at this, we got last thing we did was what, make a higher high. This was our solidified level. So if it's gonna bounce, it gotta be at that fair value gap where we at right now. This will have to be where it bounced at. Okay, target up here at 238.85. That's your target. Can't be low as 211.42. Got this gap here. All right. Got this gap here. That's a daily fair value gap. We got a daily regular gap above it up here if y'all see that. And usually I don't mark the ones above, but I'm marking on this one because this one is a little choppy. For Amazon, we still gotta stay bullish until we take that 211 out. Yes, we do see this dumping, but hey, we gotta wait till that either close below 226, 216.30, or if it come take the 211.42 out. We gotta stay bullish. All right. We do got a green candle. Got a green candle. So this is the level we don't want to see it go below if we want to be bullish. We got that green candle telling us to make highs. We want to see what? A close above 220.82. And then we want to see what? A retest. And then that first green daily candle after that, look for that long up to 224. Potentially, if it can close inside, up to 227. If it can close past that, potentially to them highs of 238.85. All right. If you're looking for short, for your short entry, we look for the break below, retest, drop down to 210. Okay. Those are two scenarios we're looking for. We don't want to trade it inside this range. So as long as it's in between 220.82 and 216.30, you don't want to trade Amazon. Okay. And like I told y'all, I'm probably not gonna trade him. Who we got next? I ain't checked AMD out forever. I just thought about that. But I ain't gonna lie. AMD, I sometimes trade, sometimes I don't trade it. Because it's kind of like Amazon. My Amazon and my AMD trade, it don't be the best. I don't be honest, because they a lot more choppy for me. My strategy work best in the range. In a trending market. It can work within ranges, but I don't be want to mark all that stuff up. So yeah. I don't even know when the last time I drew this Amazon. The AMD one. But this is that can't be level. Y'all see, soon that can't be level got beat, but it did not come back up no more. I don't know when I drew this stuff though. But let's remove it. Let's check out AMD because we ain't been checking out AMD in forever. We're gonna do AMD, then we're gonna jump to I think Apple, and then that's it. Okay. I think that's gonna be it. We really don't even gotta jump to Apple because they already got the drawing. AMD might be the last one for tonight, y'all. Yeah, I think AMD gonna be the last one. Then any other ones I'm gonna be checking out on my own free time, and I'll bring it up in the next stream. All right, so AMD the last one we're gonna do. AMD monthly close red, telling us what we're looking for a low. Okay, but it can be what potentially our new higher low. Cause overall we in the uptrend. We just made a new higher high. We just broke this high right here. New higher high. If this can close green, this will tell us what the market is looking for. What another high. Now it can be a lower high, or it can be a higher high. It'd be a higher high if it come break 185. But we know what it's looking for a high, and it's also a monthly gap, fair value gap here. So this is the break retest. Gonna be that green. Look to go long. Okay. I ain't gonna lie, AMD monthly looking good. That's beautiful. Break retest, go long. Yeah, AMD. It's the only thing that I kind of don't like. It is sitting right here at this dang order block, but we do got that fair value gap. So I hate that it's sitting at this order block, but that fair value gap look. I put fair value gaps over order blocks any day. But as long as this monthly close green, look for them long. Stop loss will be the low of this monthly, which is 149. All right. Weekly, we got market structure. We just made a higher high. Stop loss should be for the weekly. Your stop loss should be 149.22. You should be targeting is 185, 186 level. Weekly. Yeah, that's what we seeing. So I'm AMD looking bullish to me. Monthly and weekly, daily. It just look like it would just move, building momentum for real. Daily, this is where we start marking up. First target is the 186.65. Green. Can't be level. Can't be level. It's all the way down here at 133.50. Alright. Do we got any gaps? Yes, we do got a whole bunch of gaps. Big gap here. Gap here. Gap here. God dang. AMD. See that level. I'm telling y'all that's why I don't be trading AMD and Amazon. They be gapped up on me. And they be consolidating a lot. I think that's it. Oh, do we? Oh, I see one gap above. Ugh. I about to say, it look like we ain't got no gaps above. I was like, we might shoot straight up. I see two gaps. Yeah, I see two gaps now. I'm just marking these out just cause how choppy these be. Y'all know I only mark the ones below. But AMD and Amazon be choppy, so I'm marking above and below. Alright. AMD. Alright, so we got our can't be level all the way down there. We did see market structure shift happen right here on that Wednesday. From that market structure shift, this the level we don't want to see it go below 149.22. So we mark that up. Okay, so we looking for the market to stay above that 149.22 level. On a daily, we got a break. We had our break. This potentially that retest now. We want to see another green candle come. Honestly, that's all we went on. Another green candle. Once we get another green candle, we were looking to go long. Aiming for that 165 first, then that 167. See if the market can hold and stay inside or close above it to go up even higher, up to these 170s. All right. So literally on the daily, honestly, this is your entry right now on the daily. Literally, currently where it's at, this is your entry on the daily. Just because if it come lower than this, that's what lower low. We're really not looking for it to come down to 430. I mean 149. Yeah, I honestly this look like I say this is your B entry. It's your B entry, but it's like a B plus entry because it's a breaker. Like we broke out retest of a fair value gap. So I'm gonna say it's a B plus entry. If you get that, go and get in the longs here. A plus entry is if it come down to this gap and bounce. All right. Well, this is A entry, then this A plus down here. But looking for that. Honestly, I'm looking for the longs right off. Like soon as we start. I'm looking for the longs for AMD. Honestly, I see potential. AMD got potential to explode, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. AMD got potential to explode. So we gonna keep a lookout on AMD. I told you I don't use it on trade AMD, but AMD got some potential. We're gonna bring it up to the top. All right. All right. So that is our stock market analysis for this week. And for our swing trades, like we said, AMD on my look for a swing trade, but definitely Meta is one that I'm really looking to swing trade. Meta. Who else we said? Meta, I'm definitely looking to swing trade. It just depends on if it can close. But who was that we said with that purple? Was it CrowdStrike? Yep, CrowdStrike. 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 CrowdStrike, I think my first swing trade I'm looking for. Then I'll say probably I don't know, it's AMD and Meta together. But CrowdStrike my first one. I'm looking to swing. Uh AMD and Meta probably the next two. I ain't really looking to swing nobody else currently. Unless I look into other stocks. But yeah, man, that's it. I ain't finna hold up no more. It's 10:05. We had 2 hour stream. We literally stopped right at 2 hours. So y'all have a good one, man. Y'all trade safe. Um, and yeah, let's look at gold real quick. Let's see some. Gold just pushed. Oh my goodness. Gold said, "Bump, what you talking about?" Look, gold went straight up to the top. It said, "Bump coming back down." It went straight up to the top. As soon as it took this high, it was over with. But yeah, man, y'all trade safe. Be careful. Um, and yeah, I'll see y'all boys in the next one. Your boy Keith is out. Peace.